Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
You have now entered the lab. Episode 57, Elvis Escobar for Sama. What's going on, my brother, on this very eventful sports week, news week, entertainment week? Got a lot going on personally. Myself and you doing good
man.
things to start off the year. What's going on, man?
You know, bro, just like you said, pretty busy week last week. Going to be another pretty busy week this week. It has been eventful, to say the least. With sports-wise, we got the fucking college football national championship on right now, so there's a lot going on. And this weekend coming up as well, so there's a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of content, so I'm hyped.
Yeah, no, it's been one of those weeks where sports have been going on. You got college football. I'm not so into it as far as watching every game. I'll peek into the playoff game like it's going on now. We got TCU and Georgia as we record. Basketball getting into the middle of the season. Football getting into the playoffs, which we'll talk some about on this episode, but more about on what we're doing for the next episode this week. It's a great week for not only sports, but a lot of entertainment news coming out, a lot of things going on in the world. Where do you stand right now, before we get into that, where do you stand right now as far as traveling? What's the update on Fort Sama's life situation? Because I didn't think you were going to be in Savannah when we recorded this episode. I thought you were going to be Kentucky.
I didn't think so either.
Montana.
No, hell no. Definitely not going to Montana. I'm so good on that. No, I did think I was probably going to be back in Kentucky either today or tomorrow, but I am going back on Wednesday. So that should be chill. It was pretty dope. It's just going to be short. Last week I was there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and got back here on Friday. But this week's just going to be Wednesday, Thursday, get back Friday. But it's chill. Louisville. It's dope. Saw the Corvette Museum, stuff like that. Downtown Louisville is pretty lit.
Yeah, what
Just
was your
work stuff,
expectations versus, because I've never been there before, or I don't know too many people who've been there. Is it, you've had the experience of living in Jacksonville, which is a lot slower paced than South Florida, and then going up to Savannah. What has your expectations been?
I mean, nothing's like South Florida, bro, to be honest. Like that, I was mad spoiled, and like I've come to realize that the more I've just I don't even want to call it travel, because like most of the time I go out, it's for work, but at the same time it still is travel, and it's pretty cool. You get to experience and see different things. Downtown Louisville, man, like it was cool. There was a lot to do, but it was during the middle of the week, and it was just like probably still like winter break, so there probably was most of the people that would probably be out would be college kids, and they were probably still out and about, like back home or whatever. But besides that, I mean, there's a lot of bars. There's this place called like 4th Street Live or some shit like that. It was a lot of stuff to do, that's for sure. They had a Guy Fieri steakhouse. The food was awesome, bro. Like the food was good. To the places I went, I had a fried chicken taco. That shit was so gas. I wanted to go get another one. But nah, people were nice. Kind of that southern hospitality. It's way different than, South Florida, where everyone's just a dick. But
Yeah, a lot of it. South Florida is
it's very spread out
animal.
though. It's very spread out. I'll tell you that. Like, once you like drive through like Tennessee and shit, like it's just like mountains and like waning curves and highways and shit. So I just like sleeping in hotels. I don't know what it is, bro.
Yeah, it's got to be a good hotel. I've had my fair share of.
I was at a pretty nice
hotels.
hotel too, so I
mean.
was hype about that.
We always talk about it. It's like it's always worth to spend that extra $20-$30. If it's in if it makes sense budget wise, a little bit more than you wanted to, because the difference between maybe a few bucks is always worth it when you're paying for a hotel, man. I've tried to budget. I've tried to be cheap when it comes to booking a hotel. Not good. Carpet, hotels got to stop being carpet. I think that's what it's come down to. Let's make 2023 and beyond all hotels, not motels. Motels could be dirty and grimy. Maybe hotels. They need to stop with carpet. I don't understand this thing where it's like it's harder to clean. If you have floors, you don't even have to do like a lot of tiles where it has some granite that you have to clean in between. Just make it dark wood, fake wood. That all you have to do is fucking sweep and mop
it.
Mop it, sweep, and you're good. I don't understand with these carpets on these hotel floors. They never last. But that was a side note.
Yeah, it also gets wet and moldy and all that kind of stuff.
It's horrible,
So
discolored. You can't get that color back, especially if it's a lighter color. It's not going to be the same after
I get what
6
you're saying.
months, 12 months. So Kentucky
I get
Fort
what you're saying.
nickname.
Yeah, Kentucky Fort. I'm also the Cuban Jeff Gordon, so that's a new one.
From who?
Myself.
I was gonna say a good joke, but it's too early in the podcast for sexual innuendos.
R.
Yeah. You get where I was gonna go with that. All right, so as we did a little buffer for episode 57, as people join the group chats, sent out the link, just posted on Instagram, Twitter. Definitely, if you're watching right now, or if you're going to listen tomorrow during the week, definitely like this episode on YouTube, comment below, definitely subscribe, of course, because it helps out the channel, the page. It helps out us as far as reaching audience, blah, blah, blah. Don't want to bore you with those little details, but this week we have 2 episodes. We have episode 57 going up tonight live, but also produced and edited
tomorrow. Is this 57 or 58? This is 58.
Is it 50? No.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to have to look this up.
I don't know, bro. No, it's 57.
Nah, 57. Yeah,
57. I'm getting ahead of myself.
That's a good thing, though, because every time we start recording, right before I hit record, I'm always like, all right, what episode is this? Because we do so many where consecutive where I'm like, I got to remind myself what number this is so I don't fuck it up. I like
Facts.
that you finally got though, because usually
I know like, I try to like remember and I try to like go by like athletes and sports numbers and shit and jersey numbers, but like oh shit.
So episode 57 is today, recording live. We're gonna try to do every either Sunday or Monday night. We'll kind of let you guys know. I think Monday night moving forward, now that there's no Monday night football, is a standard across the board. I think it's kind of open. Sunday night football with playoffs coming up. Nobody's gonna want to watch us talk nonsense. So Monday night might be a staple for the next few weeks or months.
Monday night lab talk.
Lab talk. You guys got to get involved. Send us emails. We might have to do like almost maybe an own episode of just lab talk, because that might take up some time.
Yeah, if people start doing their jobs, fuck.
Hey, when you rely on people, that's you can't be relying.
We're not even
on
asking for much. We're not even asking for much, man. Like,
usually
it's
when you
the
don't
bare
ask
minimum.
for much, people let you down.
It's the bare minimum. Yo, how do you have your hat so nicely like curved?
You got to do
up?
it. You got to do it like this. Boom! You see that curve? See that curve? You don't ever want to do this. I used to do this. Sometimes you do this, but usually it just naturally bends. You give it a little. Looks nice. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, do it harder. Harder.
Scared.
No, don't be scared. You can always go backwards. No, yeah, this is a nice brim. Shout out Gravy.
Yeah.
Got me this hat back in the day. Look at that nice brim. Look at that nice curvature.
I know. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Shout out my cousin, Marlon's hat.
Shout out. That's fresh. Let me finish my thought of episode 50. Before I forget, as we get into the episode 58 episode, we'll have Jill Bijoli. Is that how you say it?
I mean, you know more than me, bro.
It's one of those last names where I could be butchering it, so you need to stay tuned for that. Well, Jill, she's present on social media. She does a lot of gambling as far as betting on NFL games. She knows her stuff a lot. We've interacted with her over the last year plus from Enter the Lab, a little bit on utility players, and we're gonna have another episode, so 2 episodes this week with her on. We're gonna drop that Thursday. We're gonna record it tomorrow night, so stay tuned for that. We'll kind of tease in, throw out some samples throughout the week, but as you're listening to 57, get through it. We're gonna keep this under an hour, so it's gonna all be digestible by the time you get to the little football NFL playoff preview that we have for you guys later on in the week. Speaking of football, let's throw
Football.
a little bit of a, we don't want to cover too much football because we do want to cover a lot of football talk with her. Your Miami Dolphins. It wasn't a slobber knocker. It was, I watched some of the game, and man, it was painful to watch. Snooze fest.
Snooze fest, man.
When they put on the television, it's the first time in like 50 years that a number 19 quarterback and another 19 quarterback play each other. That's how you know it's a snooze fest. When they just pull random stats out of their ass. So
that's how much time they had to look. That's how boring that game was.
About your Miami Dolphins, heading into the playoffs.
We're about to run the table, all on the road. I don't give a fuck. We're going into Buffalo. We're going to beat them. I don't care who's at quarterback. It don't matter. All right? And then we're going to go into Kansas City, and Tyreek Hill is going to have a 3-tutty game. And then
you guys got to play in the cold. Goddamn.
Fuck it.
Buffalo. Then
I wish it was colder. I wish it was colder.
Nah, don't say that.
Hey, look. We're built for this. Cinderella story. All right? And then, so what I hope...
alive?
He's alive. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. I talked to him today. Bro.
Right.
Yeah. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to play the Jags in the AFC Championship game. And if that happens, I'll be there. Let's go, man. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. You guys are limping into the play. Not even.
This is why people hate Dolphins fans.
Limping into the playoffs is not even is not even
it's
as accurate as it should. It's
we're all kinds of banged up.
Damn. It's a shame because I always root for all Miami teams as long as it doesn't affect my New York teams. And it sucks because Tua, when he's playing, he's healthy, is great. They're an exciting team to watch, and for a little less than half of the season, you guys haven't been able to experience that. So,
first time since 1999, all 3 Florida teams make the playoffs, by the way.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. I will be rooting for you guys more than ever. Buffalo, I'll go into that in a little bit later on the episode because there's a little bit of overkill with the Buffalo Bills stuff, and I'll say some hot takes later on. Let's warm people up as they listen to this episode. But I just wanted your quick live motion, take on the Dolphins. The Giants, we for the first time we got to relax a little
last
bit
week
in the last. Yeah, so it's we've played
Congrats.
football. We've played meaningless football in the last week of every season, but nothing like this where it's like you already clinched. It's meaningless. Send the tier 3 players out there and see what happens. So it was great to. Now we played Minnesota, which I think we're capable.
Y'all got a shot. Y'all played them in the regular season though.
Yeah, and we lost in that game. We played them 2 weeks ago, and in that game, Minnesota literally tried everything they could to try to make us win that game, and we just didn't do the job. So it came down to a last-minute field goal. I'm excited about that. It's a solid matchup. I like that matchup going in. They're the better team overall, but, hey, it's any given Sunday.
Hey, as long as it's not a 1 p.m. game, y'all should be all right. If it's a primetime game.
What time is that game?
Y'all know primetime Kirk Cousins.
Nah, it's 4:30.
Oh, yep. Y'all got a shot.
As long as it's not 1 p.m.
Y'all got a shot, that's for sure.
The odds have it 57.5 in their favor. I'll take that. I'll take 42%.
What's the spread?
Minnesota's only given 3. We got a shot.
Okay. Let's get it, man.
Cool. So let's see here. So, like I said, just as a reminder for people joining, Episode 57 live, YouTube, Twitter. Engage with us, like this video, comment below. Episode 58, we'll have a guest appearance to talk, a little playoff preview. For that episode, we'll have some fun. We'll break down, obviously, the season, kind of give it a recap, and we'll do our predictions, what picks we have. Yours will be super biased, as you could tell.
Duh.
You just said you're running the table.
We're running the table. We're going all the way to the Super Bowl, man. The fuck?
So,
like...
All right, we'll do Super Bowl picks and stuff. Kentucky Ford. Oh, episode 57, of course. BR. Billionaires Row, unofficially. Shout out. The only way.
This man and his wine, bro.
It's the oil that keeps the machine going. You know what I mean? So last week, we'll talk about this. How about this to kick off the episode? Because that was just a long intro, 15-minute intro. We didn't get to this last week, and it also hasn't gotten covered on social media.
ESPN said not to cover it. ESPN told their writers not to talk about it, not to cover it.
Save that take for after I go, because I know nothing about it. You probably looked into it a lot more.
White
it's
privilege.
Funny that I mentioned it, and you already know where I'm going. There was a video that day we did 56 that we didn't get to. Dana White video. They're in Vegas, I presume.
I think so, yeah.
Somebody is filming kind of on the lower level looking up. Dana White strikes his wife, long-term wife.
Well, she striked him first.
Yeah, let me retract because you can't skip to one thing without saying the other. She struck him first, then he struck her twice.
You retaliated.
Whether it's right or wrong, I'm not here to say it, but do you have video of it? Can we show it? Is it legal?
Yeah.
And then you tell me what the background noise is because, as you said, ESPN allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, got instructed not to talk about it. It hasn't been in the news or ESPN. ESPN's probably, business-wise, kind of smart not to talk about it because it's like, oh, shit. Like, the reason why people tune into ESPN and UFC is because of him or what they're doing. So let's not cover it as much as possible. So it's selective media at its finest.
He really got into his little slap boxing thing he's got going on.
What's it called? Power slap?
I don't even know, man.
You know what it is, man.
Without further ado.
Well, you be the judge for yourself.
Oh!
Oh, boom. 1 piece. 2 piece. Oh, I didn't see this ending with the drag. Okay. Scuffle. Play it one more time. Slap. Boom, 1. He held back, too. Because,
Yeah, he 100% held back.
Yeah. And that could have been reactionary. I'm not trying to defend the man. I'm not trying to make light of the situation. We are a podcast. We joke about everything here. We do a segment on RIP, and we somehow find laugh and humor in that. So at the end of the day, we're always going to find humor in things. But, damn, reactionary. He's lit. She's lit. They fought about something before.
They got to be lit, bro.
We've all been there in relationships where it gets heated, but I'm also not a multi-millionaire, billionaire in the limelight at all times. You got cameras on you at all times, so you got to be smarter than that, brother. You got to be smarter than that on camera and in your personal life, not be hitting.
Yeah, there's a lot of UFC fighters are actually kind of upset about it.
Yeah.
They're going, they've been tweeting about it and kind of just voicing their opinion. And I mean, rightfully so, bro, because, like, think about it. If it was a UFC fighter that did that and was caught on tape, like, there would be some actions taken for sure,
Oh, yeah.
Lose their contract or suspended or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, like you said, he does have a lot of money. He does have a lot of influence. And he is white. I mean, when I say we, I don't say us in general. I say we as, like, sports media and whatever. Like, Kyrie Irving retweeted one thing about a movie that is anti-Semitic, and he got suspended indefinitely and had to do a whole bunch of shit that was kind of asinine, was kind of unfair towards him. I get it. I understand why. But at the same time, why isn't Dana White being held to this standard. Why doesn't he have to, you know, his apology like was half-assed. Why doesn't he have to go out there and fucking, you know, do a domestic violence course or, you know, donate money
Which
to
he
fucking,
might be doing behind the scenes.
yeah, but it's not being publicized. It's not being
Oh, of
brought
course.
out.
No,
It's,
you're right.
it's not being tweeted about it. It's not any of that stuff like they had Kyrie Irving do, which we know why. It's unjust and
Yeah.
it's all fucked up. People never keep the same energy. We say that a lot, but this dude is the fucking CEO of a multi-billion-dollar thing that's on Disney, because ESPN is owned by Disney. So, is that something that we want?
Yeah, it's
Is that what
not
we're promoting?
as easy as you think. There's a lot going on.
Oh, of
behind
course
the
not.
scenes.
Absolutely, but the fact that ESPN also was like, "Oh, don't, you know, we don't want the journalists or whatnot."
Did you read that on a
Fucking-
tweet or a report or, you know, something?
Yeah,
legit?
no, it was something like that. That said, you know, ESPN doesn't want them tweeting about it. I mean, I can look it up and get the real thing. As
No,
we
it
keep
makes
going.
sense business wise. You know, like if you're, you know, I'm just gonna say CNN, and you have an anchor that does something horrible or bad. Let's say bad, because if it's horrible, like where it's must report, you're gonna have to report it, right? But if it's some type of news, you're gonna try to talk about it, but like you'll put it in the hours that not a lot of viewers are paying attention to, or it won't be your leading story. It'll kind of be an in-between piece. So I understand business-wise. I don't agree with it, but I understand business-wise where it's like you're not gonna snitch on yourself, right? You're not, ESPN's not gonna come out and
Yeah,
lead
I'm reading,
every headline about Dana White.
Yeah, this is from sportsmanor.com. ESPN asking journalists not to write Dana White slapping his wife, while Ariel Helwani, which is a big UFC guy, if anyone knows about MMA and UFC, they know about him, shames the UFC president, upsets MMA fans. I mean, they should be upset, and so should the fighters and everything, because, like I said, this is the guy that is the face of something that's huge now, so...
Yeah, it's crazy it didn't get covered as much, and which, like I said, is not that shocking. Do you just now I'm reading kind of the things that you added to the, and I'm trying to consolidate a lot of the Bills talk, you know, Buffalo Bills, all that stuff into one. Let's see. Did you find that World Dart Championship video?
I mean, I have one. I don't know if it's the one that...
The one?
Yeah, I have the crowd is going crazy over...
Yeah,
Dart
it's
World
about like
Championship.
1 minute or 40,
Okay,
or,
yeah.
you know.
This one's a minute
Play
long.
that. Not a lot of people know what you know, World Dart Championship is. They see at least one video per year, and every time I see it, it is lit. I don't know where it happens. It must be like, is it Canadian? Is it European? But it is
it this one?
lit.
Scaling is going to be key. You can tell by the way they're scoring.
I'll let you know
There may
right
be
away.
nothing in it. They may both be on nines.
Oh,
mean,
wait,
they're going
no,
pretty
there's
crazy.
A close-up. No, there's a close-up.
I
this
think
one.
that
This is it, but it's... No, you have to watch that. Take it down.
take it down.
Take it down.
Wow, the world
It's not worth it.
championship final.
It's that one. It's that exact one, but it has the crowd and also them where they're putting the darts. Usually people, I just learned about darts a few years back at a bar.
I think it's this one.
Yeah, it's a crazy situation. And every time I see it, it's the same way. It is the most lit atmosphere ever. That's it. Look at this guy.
Bro, they're like,
Oh my
they're fucking on fire, bro.
Oh
like
my
that's
three.
that's insane talent.
To give him
Look,
a-
oh yeah, look. So you got Switzerland and what is that? Is
the-
it France?
the combination
Looks like Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah, that's my other guess.
in
They're
this
all
game
kind
is
of
going to be
similar
key.
things.
You can tell by the way they're scoring. There may be nothing
Look at him.
in it.
Yeah, he's just so collected.
Point. And watch the crowd build up is the best part.
St. Michael may hit. They're both on nines. They're both on a nine.
This is insane.
Wow, the
Here we go, here we go.
Championship final.
Bang.
Michael Van Gerwen.
Bang.
Oh. I haven't seen this.
This is when it gets lit. Ready? Watch right here.
One man misses, does the other man get? I have never seen the like. Come on, Scully boy. Yes, double 12. That is the most.
Bang! 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 That's amazing. Look at them.
You're
Dude,
going nuts.
I gotta get through a fucking dart championship. Oh, pinkies up while you're drinking water.
Pinkies up, yeah.
Look at them. Boom. That's amazing. You can end it there. Dude,
That's fucking lit.
that's like, I think every year that's a thing. Like, that's a thing that happens in Europe. People going wild over darts. And, man, if you've played darts, it's hard, right? I'm sure if you're at their
100%.
level and you do it, it's like nothing to get something 3 times in a row. But the crowd just going nuts over it. That's amazing. That's sports.
Yeah. I wish I got excited about anything as they're getting about darts.
I'm not trying to add darts to my sports network. I don't need to add any sports anymore.
You're gonna have in like a year, you're gonna have a fucking TV just dedicated to darts in the lab, bro.
I thought about getting a darts board for outside, and I probably will. Maybe for the summer.
They have like nice little magnetic ones too that you can put that way it doesn't like
isn't the
fucking
same.
fuck up with the wall. It's not,
Yeah.
but you know if you
It's
want
not the
something in the crib so it doesn't fuck up the wall, because
Yeah, I wouldn't do it inside. I would do it. I have a wall outside that I'm thinking about doing it on, where you have to protect, because it comes in a board usually. You got to protect the above it and below it just in case people
Right.
really suck. They start
Yeah.
hitting your wall, which outside is concrete. You could just paint over it. It's not going to damage anything. But I get what you mean. Like indoors, you got to make sure you don't fuck up your whole shit.
wow,
Yeah, I thought about
Georgia
putting a
is
dart.
whipping these boys.
Yeah, what is that?
30, it's
31-7?
31-7 still in the
Sheesh.
first half. Yikes.
All right, your go on the news and entertainment. $8 billion
Dude, have you seen this?
turtle-shaped city. Nope. Show it to me.
You haven't seen
You
that?
haven't pulled up? No.
I actually had something else pulled up that I didn't add in, but I could pull that up real quick. Dude, this is these fucking Saudi Arabian people, bro. They're so nuts. By the way, didn't Ronaldo had his debut, right?
I don't think he played his debut yet. I don't think he touched the pitch yet, as they say. As you guys enter the lab, live, comment.
This was
interact,
actually
engage.
Berto. Berto sent me this. I had seen it before, but he
Shout
sent it
out.
to me, and he was like, "Yo, this is a good pod topic." So I think it is. Let me pull it up real quick. It's like a floating city. It looks like a fucking cruise ship. But this thing is nuts, bro. You haven't seen this, bro?
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Look at that
Nah,
shit.
that's real.
Yeah. 60,000 guests.
No.
Come on, bro.
All Saudi money? It's gotta be all
Saudi money, man.
That can't be real.
Why not?
I don't know. I like to doubt things sometimes. Nah.
You're
Where
not
you
fucking with
parking
it? What do you mean? It's like a yacht.
Nah, that's not a yacht. That's a
It's
country.
gonna go like in the water and shit.
All right, lower the music or pause it. I can't even hear myself.
You're not fucking with it, bro?
It's not about fucking with it. Where are you docking that shit? Where are people getting off? Think about
He
that.
says, not real.
Not real.
It's a turtle.
It's logistics. It doesn't make sense. There's no way you're docking that shit.
Would you go on it?
Sure. I gotta know it exists first. before I go on it.
All right. Well, if you find out if it does exist, then like it pops up, are you gonna go on it?
How much is it?
Do you get a seasick?
No, I'm not a bitch.
You strike me as a seasick kind of guy.
No, I'm not a pussy. If you're a human being, you get seasick, you're a bitch.
Oh, wow. Oh. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Stop being a fucking bitch.
Facts.
No, you get seasick? You seem like the person that gets seasick.
I'm Cuban, bro. I don't get seasick. I'm good.
You used to coming on floating on a door or something, or a tire.
Jack,
you know what I mean?
Jack, there was definitely enough space for both of them to survive on that fucking piece of wood in the Titanic.
Yeah, she let go. She said she never would. Fuck that bitch.
All right, so what I did want to talk about that I didn't add, did you see this video of the guy that tried to rob this like restaurant and then the other dude just like took out his gun and pretty much clipped him a few times and then executed him?
A few times?
Did you see it?
I counted how many times. He shot him 9 times, and the last one, when he was down, not moving for 10 seconds. Of course, I watched it.
Should I share it? I think I should share it, but I mean, this is graphic. If you're gonna watch, if you just know this is graphic. But this is what happens when you fuck around. Fuck around, find out.
He found it out.
Supposedly, they're saying it was an airsoft gun, but anyways, it doesn't matter. I don't fucking know that. Dog. All right, so like,
yeah, see, that's overkill.
I'm cool. Yeah,
yeah, that's
I'm
too
cool
much.
with like the first like 4 or 5, but then after that, you're doing too much, bro. Like he.
Dude, I watched that video 5 or 6 times, and one of the last time I was watching it, I had to count how many, because I wanted to know how many times he shot, so I counted. It was like about 9 times, and that last one was, come on, dog.
He was just waiting, bro. He's like,
come on.
Like he's
no, because the long version of that video, when he walks in, immediately he grabs at his belt, and you can see he's trying to grab. Fort loves guns. Let me put that up. He grabs at his gun or his waist, and you could tell he wants to do it, but he doesn't want to do it right away. He wants to make sure, Buddy's not watching. Man, that was, and he was old too. He's above the age of like 50, 60 years old. They look kind of.
I mean, he was older. Ready though. That's why you gotta stay strapped. You gotta stay strapped at all times, man.
Fort loves guns. Hashtag. Yeah. El Chapo son arrested?
Yes, bro. They're going nuts over there. Did you see?
I heard some news on this. I listened to a Rogan podcast where he had Buddy on talking all this
stuff. Dude, the cartel was like all lining up in like their tanks and with their like big ass guns and shit to fucking like stop the police, and like they're like abducting like doctors and nurses and shit out of hospitals. Like they're going OD over there, bro.
Bro, as long as if any of those cartel people get arrested in Mexico, it's a formality where they're all corrupt, so it's all going to be paid off. They're all going to find their way. Yeah. They're going to break out. It's corruption at its highest level when you're talking about a cartel member going into prison. You know what I mean? It's like the person that runs
just
the
scored
prison.
Again. Georgia just scored
37-7.
Yeah,
before
halftime.
This off
my TV.
Yeah, but that cartel thing, the guy that was on Rogan, let me find out his name just in case people listen to Rogan as much as I do, which I doubt it. His name
bro,
is,
you had 743 hours of Rogan.
Peter Zehan. He was on episode 1921. He was talking a lot about Russia and Ukraine, which I learned a lot about in a couple hours, and shit, I could get into what I learned about, but that could be a whole nother podcast. And don't believe as much propaganda and what you see on social just because one country is getting invaded and the other one is doing the invading. Don't read into the bad guy versus good guy. Not saying that Russia's the good guy, not at all. But there's a lot more that goes into war and politics than just simply black and white. He talks about the 100%. Cartel and how there's not a lot of gangs in America anymore because the cartels have taken over, whether it's drug or just the war on drugs, basically. And it's pretty interesting what he had to say about that, where the cartels are basically eliminating all gangs, not gangs just to simply exist, the gay demons, that's funny, but the gangs that are involved in drug trading and drug, whatever you want to call it. Man, the cartel's big, and that's why when you brought up El Chapo, I was like, his son got arrested or whatever, he'll be out. Something will happen.
Did you see his mugshot?
Nah.
His mugshot was so funny because it was like he was smiling and shit, and someone was like, "Oh, this guy's smiling because he knows he's about to get out." Like, let me see if I can find it real quick.
I mean, look, I'll pull up while you pull that up. I'll pull up what Pablo Escobar's mugshot.
Yeah, that's iconic. That's
look
iconic, bro.
Cheesing. He's like, nigga, yeah. I'm about to be out in 2 hours with no bail. I'm not even gonna have to post bail. I'm gonna be out. That is a good one though. Like, that's the type of smile you don't even do at a party. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm not even cheesing that much at a party.
Look at this guy.
He's got a mugshot. Yeah, crazy.
He's like, yeah, I'm out. Like, I don't gotta worry about it.
Oh, he got the chin up. That's a thug.
Yeah. He's like, I'm good.
Look at my mom's comment. That's funny.
Fort, your hat's a mess. Absolutely. But hey, I'm trying to figure it out here. Okay.
Maybe she meant that. I think she means
new.
the green screen behind.
The green screen. Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure.
It's all good. What did you write about the new Tennessee law? Last week we had
Did you hear about that?
New York State law and the Missouri. What do you got about Tennessee? Were they wildin' in the new year?
No, it's actually a good law. I'm cool with it. So pretty much, if you are drunk and you kill someone and they have kids, you have to pay their child support. Doesn't matter how many kids they have.
Drunk driving, right?
Until they're 18, you have to pay that child support. So I mean, that's gonna definitely, probably, hopefully limit people drunk driving. Put a hoodie on. I could just take it off.
No, stop telling them what to do.
For real. This is our podcast.
Goddamn, getting overtaken. The inmates are running the asylum.
For real. But no, that's a good law.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm with it. Hopefully it just limits that kind of stuff because, I mean, drunk driving ain't cool. But
so it's a way to just put a little extra on death when death results in drunk driving. It's like if they have kids, you took their life. I understand that. I mean, in general, everybody's gonna be like, oh, I get it, but you got to make sure laws make sense across the board because things tend to stretch in legislation where it's like, just because you did this, now every time you kill somebody by accident or on purpose, that you have to pay for that. So you always got to be aware of, like, just because you like a law or it makes sense for that particular, you have to understand how politics work. You could also stretch it across everything where it's like, all right, now you're taking it too far. So that's why checks and balances of those laws. But that makes sense.
Speaking about driving and crashing, did you hear about the dude in the Tesla that drove his family off a cliff?
Yeah, what the fuck is on with that? You sent me that a few weeks ago.
He was gonna like kill himself off himself, so he drove off a cliff with his whole family in it. And they all survived, bro. Hey, so shout out Tesla for having fucking durable ass vehicles.
Shout out Elon.
That's got to be one of the biggest ads
selling
for Tesla
points
from now on. Like, yo, but like,
hey, even when you want to kill yourself and your family, guess what?
You
won't.
What do you say to your family after that? Like, what do you?
You do the Jordan shrug.
He's going to jail. Like, he's like for like manslaughter and like attempted murder and all that kind of shit. Like, there's no going back from that. But like, it's bro, funny. If you're going off yourself, just do it yourself. Like, don't involve your family in it. Like, what are you gaining from that?
It's crazy because Tesla's always in the news for like. There's a lot of people doing like taking a Tesla and going off a hill and getting like riding off a hill, or whatever. The Tesla or riding through water. Like Tesla is like that. They don't shut down because whatever the fucking technology is. But
people
Tesla's
have so
always
much
in the
like
news.
negative shit to say about Teslas. Like I saw one thing where like the Tesla crashed into a car because it was self-driving and the person was asleep. No, the car that it crashed to was in the middle of the fucking highway. Like, why do you have your car stalled in the middle of the highway, bro? Like, move that shit, and don't be standing so close to it if you can't move it. Dude was like right next to his car. But no, if I had the bread, bro, I'd have a Tesla, dog.
Yeah, my lease for my car now is up in next April, and I'm gonna look into what a Tesla is. Maybe I'll not lease it. Maybe I'll buy it. I got to look at it because I would get a Tesla SUV. Obviously, it's a good amount of money, but man, they're clean.
They have a lot of like tax breaks and stuff like for them now. Like you get $7,500 like tax break or some stuff because of like the emissions and whatever. So
yeah, I'm
it's
gonna
some
look
good
into
selling
that.
Points on them, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
Speaking
into
of
that.
emissions, Andrew Tate's still locked up.
In case you needed an update. Shout out. Yeah, we'll probably have more of an update on him next week.
They seized his whips.
Yeah.
Seized his crib. Yeah. Top G ain't so top right now.
Nope. All right. So now that we're in, as we call it, the meat and potatoes of the episode, we're gonna try to keep this quick, concise. I want it to be in under an hour, but probably won't. Just so you guys can consume it a lot better. But last week on episode 56, as we're recording live, DAMAR HAMLIN went down. We thought it was concussion. As we're watching it, literally, we know nothing. We're not listening to it. We're only watching. We see it happen. He's down on the ground on the field for minutes, and then it turns out to be over half an hour. We think it's a concussion, but we learned that it's cardiac arrest. We didn't know he was being resuscitated as we're recording, so we were completely ignorant to the fact of all these facts, basically. It turns out he was basically dead for a little bit, came back alive, got incubated, went to the hospital, spent time there all week, but now he's alive. He's good. The thoughts and prayers worked. The good juju, the good vibes. But now, even during ESPN, you know the word. Okay, so somebody over the weekend called you a culture vulture via Instagram because
shout out Dylan, bro. Shout out Dylan. Man. Shout out
he
Dylan.
Deserves some shine.
Yeah.
Shout out Dylan. We just met him on Instagram. We were trolling heig this.
He's gonna be watching. I know he's one of our newest, biggest fans. So
of course, we were trolling hard on IG, social media. This is something we like to do for fun, and he was our latest victim, and ESPN has done an assault on milking every part of this DAMAR HAMLIN story as possible. I get it. Smart business, media, I get it. That doesn't mean I have to like it. They've created segments. They had grown men crying on television for the first 48 hours of it. I get it. It's scary, stuff like that. But man, it was an overkill on social media, in my opinion. Overkill. After we found that he didn't die, I think we should have toned it down a little bit. I thought it was taking
it was almost like a
situation.
disservice, and kind of like it got to the point where it was just like you said, overdoing it and like kind of disrespectful. Like, yeah, okay, he's incubated, but he's alive. He's good. Like, he's not gonna die. He did it. I mean, okay, technically he died, but like you're giving updates about his teammates and other players and stuff visiting him in the hospital and like pictures of him in the hospital and all that kind of stuff. Like, all right, bro, like, until when? And like the whole like the patch on the jersey, the
Too much, bro.
painting the 3 red and blue or whatever they did. Like, oh, now all of a sudden his college teammate gets an interception, or no, his high school teammate gets an interception in the game, right? Like on the 30-yard line. The Bills take the opening kickoff back. Oh, this is chill.
It's cool.
It's like, yeah, no, it's cool, but like at the same time, it's just like at what
Overkill.
At what cost?
I hate to use the word overkill, but like, yeah, exactly. It's like,
and like people are milking this, bro, and just like it's gotten to the point where like we, and when I say we, I don't mean us because we don't do this kind of shit.
We didn't post about it. We didn't say thoughts and prayers and post number 3. I'm not saying that.
Be that pod or that channel or whatever that does that kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, it is terrible. It's like people are out here and they're doing this shit just to get clicks and just to fucking get views on their page and all that kind of shit. And it's like, all right, so what's worse? What actually happened, or you doing this to promote your brand, to promote yourself, and you're crying on social media and you're doing all that kind of stuff? And I'm going to say this, at first I thought it was bad, but then when I actually looked at it and at the heat of the moment, Skip Bayless' tweet wasn't that bad.
It really wasn't.
In the moment, it was bad because he's talking about it right when it happened, and it wasn't the perfect timing for it.
It wasn't.
But he wasn't wrong. And he's so not even saying something himself. He's more so talking about the NFL and saying, hey, this is what the NFL is, and this is what they're probably going to do because they care, and they're all about money. And it was an important game. It wasn't like it was a week 3, week 4 game. It was an important game to the hottest teams in the AFC for seeding wise. So he really wasn't wrong. He didn't say anything crazy. But yes, he should have said something about the player in the situation firsthand. Can you bring up the tweet
real quick?
Because we know how sensitive everyone is nowadays. And that's another thing, bro. Like, people need to toughen up, bro. Like, this is life, dog. Like, life isn't fucking brought to you. Here, hand it. You're going to be okay. No, fuck no, bro. You got to figure shit out, bro.
Nah, dude, that as you look to bring up the tweet, and that'll be good just to show, because when I read it, he did it in live time right away, and yeah, poor timing. It looked bad because everybody thought he probably died, right? At the time, Skip Bayless, which is controversial, he likes to troll, he likes to send out tweets, and he's good at his job. He wouldn't get paid what he gets paid, and is still on television. They would have canceled him a long time ago if he was not good at his what he does, is getting people riled up and talking sports. But he tweeted it out at the wrong time. Bad. It was just bad. But after the fact, maybe like 24 hours later, I reread the tweet and I was like, it's not that bad. I mean, it's like what I was thinking. I'm not gonna make a post. Enter the Lab will never make a post.
Did he
a video.
Delete it?
He said he will never delete it, so it's probably on there. What we're saying is, Hamlin, we're glad that he's healthy. We're glad that he's alive. It's horrible what he went through, right? First of all,
yeah,
these NFL
no, of course.
players sign up for all the above. They sign up for all the above. They know what they're getting into. Not saying you need to be like less empathetic or sympathetic about what they go through, but for everybody to take advantage and make these videos, and we watch videos of people that we've had on this podcast make a video where they're almost crying with like
yeah.
with the music in arms of an angel. Like, you might as well put that music. It was sad. Like, you are taking advantage of somebody's health and a tragic situation. Go ahead.
Come on, man.
It's not clear.
Why is...
You got to visit the page, probably.
I can read it off.
Yeah, read it.
I tried. So he pretty much goes, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. But how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome. Not wrong. Which suddenly seems so irrelevant. It does seem irrelevant. And he's not wrong about that. So, in the heat of the moment, bro, like, yeah, I get it, but after that, that's
You can take it down.
he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah, no, it seemed, yeah, boy, yeah, you were scratching.
And
your
he's
throat
got
when
a
you were
lot
saying
of
that.
yeah. It was like kind of slow. Some other shit popped up that was fucking me up.
Oh, good. It's fake. Thanks, Bree. Thank you.
Thanks.
No, I get
Executive
it.
producer.
It seemed ugly, but Shannon Sharp wasn't on that episode. If you guys, I don't watch that show
the next one.
in
I
the
don't
morning.
watch it either.
I took off of. I did not watch ESPN all week because the things I seen on social media was too much for me. Like for whatever reason, it was just a lot. I couldn't watch grown men going on at 8 in the morning crying. I just couldn't do it. That's not. Not built for that stuff. Whether I'm weak.
Yeah, and then these are the same
not,
people that are gonna go on there after the fact, and when a player has a rolled ankle or a bum knee or whatever, they're gonna say,
Why
"Oh, this
can't
is
you
a
play?"
man's sport." Yeah, exactly. This is a man's
Yeah.
sport. You got to be tough. You got
Yeah.
to play. But now, on the other hand, they're over here crying and
They're not consistent.
No,
They're not consistent.
And then the good thing was it took for this guy to almost technically die on the football field for him to get his full contract money. Because if he goes on the IR, he loses some of that.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, people that are so naive about like life and the game and business, like I almost wish I was you. I wish I was you that could watch sports and not think anything about the media, business, money, what sells tickets, what sells ratings, what sells advertisers. I wish I could be you. Because you don't understand when something happens, there's always a reaction towards things. And ESPN's reaction was to milk it, to put all of it. And like I said,
Yeah.
I understand it business-wise and to get eyeballs. I don't have to agree with it, though. They took advantage of a human being. And they still will because the Bills made the playoffs. They played the Dolphins, which I'm all in for the Dolphins.
He's out of the hospital. If that dude somehow comes out on the field and runs out with them,
he
dog,
will.
that place is gonna go nuts.
Oh, he will.
And I hope we beat them, bro. If we beat them,
I hope you kill
that place
them.
is gonna be so quiet.
Well, not use the
It's gonna
word
be
kill.
so quiet.
Not use
bro.
the word kill. I hope you destroy them.
Yeah,
There you go.
It's gonna be so quiet.
You know he's
bro.
gonna come out in a wheelchair, or he's gonna be in like the owner's box, and they're gonna show him. You know that's either happening in this game, because maybe it's too soon for this game, or they do a video tribute where he's
they put him on
live
the
at
big
his home.
screen.
They're
Yeah.
gonna play him, and everybody's gonna break out in tears. Cool, good, that's awesome.
Let them
Dolphins.
have
Take care
have
of
them in an
business.
emotional wreck.
Emotional wreck. Anyway,
need to
there's a
see
lot
it,
of
bro.
things. I was triggered. You know, when people
Dude,
on social media.
it's so
I was
funny
triggered
because
all week, bro.
I'm not on the pod page that much, to be honest. Like, I'll see some of the DMs.
You were on it this week, though.
I was on it this week because, bro, it was just so funny. And the fact that we had so many people. And the funniest thing about it is everyone that says something like hating or trying to troll us or something
Oh, it don't matter.
is
We're
always
Teflon.
on private. Is
We're
always
Teflon.
on private. Like, bro, if you go and talk some shit, just be a public profile because we're a public profile. My Instagram's always been on public. My Twitter's always been on public. And that's how it's always going to be because I don't give a fuck. This is the internet, bro. If you say something, like, cool, it's you're doing it over a computer, you're doing it over a phone. I'm not worried about it. But if you're going to say some shit, just make sure that you're tough enough to handle what's going to come back. And that's about it, bro. And like some dude was like, "Oh, you have 900-something followers." Okay, cool, bro. You have 300. Like, what are we doing here, dog? Like, and then
math.
some other dude was like, "Oh, you get like 30 viewers." I went on his profile. He had his girl's name in it with the heart. I was like, "Ellie watches us," or whatever her name
I like
was.
that. It's funny when you threw that comment in there.
Come
I
on,
didn't get it.
dog.
Dude, trolling on Instagram, because first of all, Instagram, you got to be careful what you say because people report you, all
owned
that.
by Facebook.
Twitter's Wild Wild West. You could be wilding out, right? So it actually it gives you more ability to be creative when you're saying shit. So if you comment on our comment, Me and Fort will come after you. It's a great time.
Yeah.
We have a lot of great moments on. Please find us on
Yeah,
the
do
comments
it.
on Instagram. It's so fun.
I enter the lab, baby. Yeah, no, it's a fun time.
Like
sure.
we said in the beginning of this episode, we're gonna save most of the NFL talk, football talk for episode
Miami
58
Dolphins,
later on in the week
Miami Dolphins.
with a guest.
Miami Dolphins.
We'll have a full
#1.
preview of the
We're
playoffs.
in the air. We're on the ground. We're always in control.
That's a song. That's a real song.
And yeah, you what? You don't know-
That's an actual theme song.
Yes. You don't know this?
I don't want to hear it. Don't ever sing that.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl. Hey, we're in the playoffs for the first time since 2016, so I'm all in.
So, Dolphins play the Bills. Giants play the Vikings. We'll have a full preview episode later on in the week, so stay tuned to that. That'll be put out. We're recording it tomorrow, Tuesday night. We'll put it out Thursday morning. Pray for Peyton Hillis. He saved his kids.
That's what should have been fucking promoted and talked about and everywhere on the news, because this dude saved his kids, bro. He actually did something important and something worth talking about that's not being fucking talked about, and that shit pisses me off.
Shout out former Giant, former Madden cover
This guy,
player.
this Madden cover, he was nasty. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the important things, which, okay, someone's going to clip me, but I don't give a fuck. All right, DAMAR HAMLIN trying to make a tackle is nowhere near as whatever as Peyton Hillis fucking saving his kids with no regard for his own life. All right, this guy, DAMAR HAMLIN, was playing the game, something he knows could happen at any time. So,
shout out my guy. We're going to save the last couple topics of football for our guest later on in the week, because I have it saved here. I went to the Nets Heat game, took the bright line down like we said, smooth, hung out, chilled. Shut up. Peyton Hill. Mom, what are you saying? What the fuck? Kelly making an appearance. How do you guys feel about the Steelers getting into trouble for doing their CPR sack celebration? Oh, fuck. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. I love it.
Dude,
I didn't see it, though.
They've been doing that.
See it. Oh, they have been? Oh, so it's...
No, I'm saying like that's a celebration. That's a celebration that's been done before. The resuscitations and CPR. No.
Should have taken this week off.
Bro.
Be a little human. Thank you, Kelly, for that question. No. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was a good question, actually. That was really good.
Damn. Yeah,
it wasn't as bad
she's a Steelers fan.
As your boy Thibodeau fucking doing snow angels and shit.
Oh, fuck. Over a corpse.
My guy Nick Foles is dead.
My man was like this. Man, dude. Snow angels. I bet. We savages out here. All right.
Savages in the box.
The Nets, I'm all repped up.
Yeah, good win. Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. Whatever. It was a good ass game to go to. I saw the final score. I was like, damn, man, that's what's up.
Kevin Durant out for he'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks, but he's probably out in 4 weeks. It is what it is. Last year he got hurt January 15th. He didn't come back for 6 weeks after that. So, great game, great experience. Bright line. Hanging out in Miami.
Why does that happen to him?
Goddamn.
Why does that? Yeah, no, fuck Miami. Why does that happen to him, bro? It's happened to him like numerous times.
I sent you that thing, that tweet.
His lanky ass.
3 times in the last 4 years, he's gotten hit in the front cap of the knee to get an MCL sprain. I don't understand what it is. It's not anything he could do to prevent it. It's more of those freak accidents. He's had 3 freak accidents happen to him. 3 times in the last 5 years. It's crazy. Whatever. So at the end of the day, if he's out a month, we have about 13 to 15 games. If we could go 500 in those games, we're good. Well, that means we'll stay top 5 in the East, and then when he comes
Yuta time, baby.
Yuta Watanabe.
Kyrie
Kyrie
time.
too.
Kyrie.
Any shout outs on your end? Before we wrap this episode up? Hey. I know what you want to do. You want to say happy birthday, Brianna Cardenas.
I think you want to do that.
Nah, you want to do it, huh?
Nah, I think you want to do it.
Nah, I do want to do it. Happy birthday.
Is it
Wednesday?
today? When is it?
Nah, it's January 11th. January 11th.
Oh, we're talking about birthdays. Shout out Pops. Dad's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, Pops and shit. So you got the 110 and 111. Pops and Brianna.
Yeah.
Holla.
Pops turning 58. 58.
Shout out my wife. Happy birthday, wife.
Damn.
She wants me to say it.
Boy getting old. It was so funny when you put the story and then she replied back to it and she was like, wish she would have spotted me. I would have been like, I wanted to be like, he married you.
I know.
So bad. Like, what do you mean? Like, he spotted you, like, for the rest of his life. What are we talking about right now?
Nothing is good enough. No matter what I've done, it was always the engagement part. It was always the married part. I could do all that. It's still not enough. Still not enough. So you can't even fight it. You can't battle it. Can't fight it. No matter what you do, it'll never be enough.
Yo, no, that had me kind of. That had me chuckling a little bit.
Yeah, don't worry.
Like, I know she didn't just do this. Like,
yeah, I'll hit you up on the side and let you know other things. You know what I mean? It's never enough. Just know that. So.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, shout out Pops. Shout out Pops.
Shout out Pops. Shout out Pops. He's working hard. He'll be working till literally.
He's probably working right now.
Last breath. Yeah, last breath. He's
working
got
right now.
Fort David. He's got Fort David, hanging, flexing in the mirrors after. Doing wiring, electricical. I said, electricity shit. He's funny when he posts things like that. He's like, who fucking wired this shit? I'm pissed off. Not am.
It was me. I wired it. I did it.
Yeah, right, just to fuck him up. One thing I wanted to shout out Apple Wallet. I just recently.
Are you getting hip to the 21st century now?
Bro, so I've been against putting my information on everything. It's basically why on Instagram I created Elvis Escobar. Everything I do, Elvis Escobar, just to be like, all right, the less I have my name on things, the better, just for whatever. But hey, the government or whoever, if they want your information, they're gonna get it. So
they're gonna get it, bro.
I've come to grips where, like, you could act like you're a different person, it doesn't matter. But I like to play the game of having an alias. It's all fun. But anyway, I added all my credit cards and money, Apple Cash, all my credit cards to my Apple Wallet. Bro, today at the Heat game, didn't even have to pull up the wallet. Bang, bang, double tap, boop.
Yeah.
Boop, boop. I got gas today. Usually you put the gas card in, you put your credit card in, you gotta hold it, don't remove, da-da-da. Bro, normally that takes, and hey, every second counts sometimes when you're in a rush, you're doing things. Normally it's like 10, 15 seconds, then take it out. Your phone, go like this, boom, reads it.
Boom.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're still living in the prehistoric age without putting credit cards and all information on your Apple Wallet, do it now. It's more secure than you probably think.
Yeah, because Apple, with Apple Pay, especially if you have an Apple card, it just changes the number. The number doesn't stay the same.
Exactly.
If you have an Apple credit card, it's going to change. It's almost impossible to hack. And, like, honestly, like, it reads your face.
Secure.
It does Face ID.
Yeah,
so
only you have to do it every time, yeah.
The only part where it gets dangerous is when you're on websites and websites offer Apple Pay to pay. Then you're just like, oh, fuck it, bam. Or apps, if they offer Apple Pay. Then you're just like, fuck it. Here it is. Bam, bam. You know,
like
so you gotta have a little discipline. But, yeah.
For those who need discipline, be smart about it. Me, I don't need discipline to spend money, bro. I talk myself out of spending money every single day of every minute of the day. I convince myself I don't need it. So for y'all that have, but I'm telling you, Apple Wallet, double click, boop, put it against the thing, you're gone. So easy. Oh my God, legit. Dude, I set it up the other day. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 cards on there. I threw $100 at the Apple Cash just to have, just in case.
Yep.
I even got my I even got my State Farm registration card on there.
Bro, you can put
Boom.
movie tickets. You can put
Movie tickets.
sports tickets, whatever, bro, on there. It's just add to Apple Wallet, and it's
sir.
one of the most convenient things ever.
I love it.
So
right.
shout out Steve Jobs. Shout out Tim Cook.
Shout out Jobs. Fuck you, cancer. All that stuff. Let's wrap up. Thank you for everybody that joined in, mostly my family, on this episode. Thank you for
Shout out the
interacting. If you didn't join us live, definitely throw a like at this episode.
Subscribe,
like, comment,
share.
all that stuff. Please
Link
share.
in bio. We won't be crying on live and stuff, or making posts of us crying.
We don't
and
do that.
sad about DAMAR HAMLIN. But I do have one thing to show you. Since you said you've never seen this before, you're going to see it now.
Okay.
We don't own any rights to this video.
Yeah, say that, please. Please.
Oh, no.
Go back. You can do it. Go back. 40 seconds. All right, we're going to end there. Hold on. Pause. Go back.
It's the greatest football team. We're on the goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air. We're on the ground. We're always in control. When you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, because we're the Miami Dolphins. Yeah! Let's go, baby! Shout out Vito.
All right,
There you
we'll
go.
end it on that. I appreciate you for...
I gotta culture you, bro. You say you want to root for us, you gotta know the theme song. And it's catchy, too. You're gonna be singing that.
You know what this is? That's my butthole right now of how uncomfortable that was for me. Episode 57. Catch us on episode 58 later on in the week. On Thursday, dropping. We'll have a guest on talking NFL football playoffs. Elvis Escobar, Fort Sommer. Enter the lab. Fort Sommer. Thank you guys for joining us. Peace.
Oh, my God. Deuces. Free Young Thug.